Why isn't Arizona really a state? How did things end up this way? How did the fate of Arizona fall into the hands of just one desert county, Maricopa County? And how does this shape and impact the rest of the state in every possible way? When you think of the state of Arizona, what comes to mind? The towering cliffs of the Grand Canyon? Stunning desert landscapes filled with cacti? Or maybe the endless highways of Route 66? Well, the real face of Arizona isn't any of these. In fact, it's Maricopa County, the state's heart, its economic powerhouse, and the center of its population. Maricopa County is such a dominant place that, on its own, it has more people and economic strength than 21 entire U.S. states. To put it in perspective, even a single university graduation here can draw more people than the entire population of some Arizona counties. It might sound surprising, but as this video goes on, I'll show you the numbers to back it up. Why isn't Arizona really a state? How did things end up this way? How did the fate of Arizona fall into the hands of just one desert county, Maricopa County? And how does this shape and impact the rest of the state in every possible way? Let's dive into the data and uncover the reasons behind it all. Arizona is the sixth largest state in the United States by land area. As of 2024, it ranks 14th in population and 16th in gross domestic product. But the city that truly drives the state's population and economy is Maricopa County. More than half of Arizona's population lives in Maricopa County alone. Even more striking, the county generates about 73% of the entire state's economy. What's really worth noting is that these numbers put Maricopa ahead of many states. In fact, a single county in Arizona has an economy larger than 21 entire U.S. states. Last year, Maricopa County's gross domestic product was over $390 billion, accounting for nearly 75% of Arizona's entire economy. The county's per capita income is around $70,000, which is higher than the state average. Thanks to Maricopa County, Arizona's economy grew by about 86% between 2013 and 2023. Looking at these numbers, one thing becomes clear. Even the largest employer in a state can be overshadowed by the economy of a single county. Maricopa County isn't just growing economically, it's exploding in population too. Every year, more than 50,000 people move here. The growth is so rapid that even Google Maps struggles to keep up with all the new roads and neighborhoods. With a population of about 4.7 million, Maricopa is now the fourth most populous county in the United States. In fact, nearly 80% of Arizona's population growth happens right here. While much of the rest of the state is slowly emptying out, Maricopa keeps getting more crowded. But here's the question. Where will all these people go? New neighborhoods are springing up at record speed, yet housing prices continue to skyrocket, while wages are rising much more slowly. On the surface, this growth looks like success, but behind the scenes, the chaos is only getting bigger. Why is Arizona's future so tied to just one county? Why Maricopa and not the rest of the state? The answer lies in the numbers. In recent years, home prices in Maricopa have soared by more than 50%, while wages in the same period have only climbed about 11%. People are working, the economy is expanding, but the cost of living is spiraling out of control. Luxury communities like Paradise Valley, often called Arizona's Beverly Hills, are booming. But for middle-class families, life is getting harder and harder. Suburbs keep filling up, yet the housing shortage never seems to end. Some homes sell before they even hit the market, and when they do, it's not unusual for 10 or 15 offers to come in all at once. Maricopa may be the center of opportunity, but it's also becoming the center of inequality, especially economic inequality. While much of the rest of Arizona quietly empties out, this desert metropolis is starting to buckle under its own weight. And that raises the real question. Is this growth truly for the people living here, or just for the corporations profiting from it? Maricopa County isn't just about skyscrapers and opportunity. There's also a hidden side of problems that come with it. One of the biggest issues is that most people's income goes straight to rent. Living in the middle of the desert means shade is a luxury and air conditioning is a necessity. As a result, power bills keep climbing and water demand is far beyond sustainable levels. And then there's traffic, an absolute nightmare. Maricopa ranks among the worst cities in the U.S. for traffic, made even worse by endless road construction projects. With all these challenges, it's easy to see why people feel overwhelmed. Maricopa may keep growing, but it could also be consuming its own future in the process. So we've seen why Arizona isn't really a state of its own, and how Maricopa County has completely overshadowed it. But here's the question. In the future, can Arizona ever truly stand on its own as a state? So, what would it take for Arizona to truly function as a state, with all its cities working together? Here are a few solutions. First, urban development needs to be balanced. That means investing not only in Maricopa County, but also in other parts of Arizona. Growth should be spread evenly across the state, not concentrated in a single county. Universities, factories, tech hubs, and major companies shouldn't just settle in Maricopa. Cities like Tucson or Flagstaff should also become centers of growth. This way, housing prices would ease, and other regions of the state would finally have a chance to thrive. For families, affordable housing is key. Beyond luxury homes, more reasonably priced options should be built so that middle and lower-income families can also become homeowners. Maricopa sits in the middle of the desert, and one of its biggest challenges is water. To address this, advanced water recycling systems and efficient methods like drip irrigation need to be expanded. On the energy side, Arizona has no shortage of sunshine, so solar power should play a much bigger role than fossil fuels. And then there's traffic. To solve it, the state needs stronger investment in transportation infrastructure, expanding public transit, metro lines, and high-speed rail. Smarter city planning would also reduce the distance between business centers and residential areas. Finally, social issues must be addressed too, by strengthening education and healthcare services, and by ensuring that rural communities aren't left behind. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.